The highway isn't just a path for vehicles, it's a lifeline that connects communities, supports economies, and, sometimes, becomes the stage for life-altering events. In the heart of these chaotic moments are the unsung heroes of heavy rescue teams, whose efforts go beyond clearing wreckage. They restore safety, hope, and a sense of normalcy to the communities they serve. Imagine the scene: a crisp morning on Highway 401, east of London, Ontario. What began as an ordinary day quickly transforms into a challenging test of resilience as weather conditions deteriorate. The sky, which wasn't supposed to bring any snow, suddenly releases flurries that blanket the road. Drivers, perhaps lulled by the forecast, find themselves grappling with icy patches that turn the highway into a treacherous path. For the heavy rescue teams, this unexpected shift isn't just a call to action. It's a mission to safeguard lives and maintain the pulse of a community reliant on this vital corridor. Bear Renders, a seasoned heavy operator, has been on the move since dawn. The highway beneath his rig is a patchwork of ice, and vehicles are moving far too quickly for the conditions. The ramp at Dorchester, once a straightforward exit, is now a frozen slope where trucks are at risk of sliding out of control. Bear knows that in such conditions, a single stalled truck can trigger a chain reaction of accidents. His task isn't merely to tow the vehicle, it's to prevent further chaos and ensure that the lifeline that is Highway 401 remains open and functional. But as Bear works tirelessly, news filters through of an even more severe situation developing further down the highway. Westbound traffic is slowing to a stop. Red and blue lights flash ominously in the distance. The cause? A massive pileup involving 10 tractor-trailers and 3 passenger vehicles. The impact of this event ripples far beyond the scene of the crash. For the families of those involved, especially for the loved ones of the driver who tragically lost their life, the consequences are devastating. The community feels the impact too, as the closure of such a crucial highway disrupts the flow of goods, people, and services, highlighting just how interdependent we all are. Sergeant Callum Rankin, one of the first on the scene, is faced with a grim reality. This crash, he reflects, is probably the worst of the winter season. His role now is not just to manage the scene, but to ensure that the investigation is thorough, that every question is answered for the grieving families. The emotional toll on first responders and rescue teams is immense, as they bear witness to the harsh consequences of such accidents. Their dedication, however, never wavers. They understand the gravity of their responsibility not just to the victims, but to the entire community that depends on them. As the day progresses and the cleanup begins, the scale of the operation becomes clear. Mike Ross, another heavy operator, surveys the scene. The wreckage is so extensive that maneuvering through it is a challenge in itself. With 10 tractor-trailers involved, the task ahead is monumental. But for the rescue teams, this is what they do. They are the masters of restoring order in the midst of chaos. Every truck available is called in. Every hand is on deck. The urgency is palpable because on North America's busiest highway, closure is not an option. As night falls, the focus shifts to another area, 150 kilometers northeast near Toronto. Here, the conditions are different, no snow, but the potential for danger is still high. The light rain mixes with dust on the road, creating a slick surface more hazardous than black ice. Sonny, a member of Steve's Towing, is out in a smaller tow truck, patrolling the highways and ready to assist. It's a quieter night, but as rush hour ends, the speed of traffic picks up, and so does the risk. Sonny's first call of the night comes in, a breakdown on the 401 Express, west of the 427. The vehicle is stuck on the left shoulder, dangerously close to the fast lane. The driver, panicking and in distress, doesn't have the money to pay for a tow. For Sonny and the team, the priority isn't payment, it's getting the driver to safety. In moments like these, the job becomes more than just a tow. It's about providing reassurance, offering help when it's most needed, and protecting lives. This narrative isn't just about the technical skills of heavy rescue teams or the logistics of clearing a highway. It's about the human element, the impact these events have on individuals, families, and communities. It's about the responsibility carried by those who respond to such emergencies, the dedication they show in the face of adversity, and the resilience of the communities that rely on them. Every day, on highways like the 401, these teams confront the unexpected, the dangerous, and the tragic. Their work ensures that the lifelines connecting our communities remain open, that goods and services reach their destinations, and that families are reunited. But beyond the physical labor, it's their compassion, their commitment to public safety, and their understanding of the broader social impact of their work that truly defines them as the guardians of our roads. In the end, these stories remind us that behind every headline about a highway closure or a massive pileup, there are real people, rescue workers, drivers, families, whose lives are affected. It's a call to appreciate the complex, often dangerous work that goes into keeping our roads safe, and a reminder of the resilience of the human spirit in the face of life's challenges. The night shift on the 401 unfolds with a quiet tension. Sunny and the team from Steve's Towing are on high alert, knowing that any moment could bring another call for help. The highways around Toronto may not be covered in snow like those further east, but the potential for disaster is ever present. The slick roads, coupled with the high speeds of late-night traffic, create a precarious environment where even the smallest mistake can lead to significant consequences. The breakdown that Sunny responds to is a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities faced by drivers on these vast stretches of road. The driver, stranded and terrified, is stuck in a location that leaves her exposed to the dangers of oncoming traffic. The left shoulder of a highway is no place to be, especially in the dark, with vehicles whizzing by at high speeds. For Sunny, approaching this situation requires more than just technical expertise. It demands empathy, patience, and a calm demeanor to reassure the panicking driver. Sunny's decision to prioritize the driver's safety over the immediate concern of payment reflects a deeper understanding of the broader social implications of his work. In moments of crisis, the focus shifts from financial transactions to human connections. The tow truck driver becomes a lifeline, a source of support in a moment of vulnerability. It's a powerful reminder that the work of rescue teams is not just about moving vehicles. It's about caring for the people inside them. As the night progresses, Sunny and his colleagues continue their patrols, eyes peeled for any signs of trouble. The highways gradually quiet down as traffic thins out, but the sense of vigilance never wanes. The work of a tow truck driver, especially on a major highway like the 401, is one of constant readiness. It's about being prepared for anything, whether it's a simple breakdown or a multi-vehicle accident. And it's about understanding that each situation carries with it the potential to impact lives in profound ways. The broader community relies heavily on these rescue teams, often without even realizing it. The smooth functioning of highways like the 401 is something most people take for granted, yet it's the result of the tireless efforts of individuals like Sunny, Bear, and Mike. Their work ensures that the arteries of commerce and communication remain open, that goods can be delivered, and that people can travel safely to their destinations. But the impact of their work goes beyond the practical. It touches on the emotional and psychological well-being of the community. When a driver finds themselves stranded in the middle of the night, far from home, it's the presence of a tow truck that can turn a frightening experience into one of relief. The knowledge that help is on the way, that someone is out there who cares, brings a sense of security that extends far beyond the immediate situation.